My name is Anne and I'm a teacher at Wales English. I'm here today to share some useful tips on how to deliver your mock class with the material that was sent to you. I'll be sharing 5 useful tips for your mock class and ESL online in general too. Tip number 1. You are teaching a child who is an ESL learner. They might be shy, scared, or on the complete opposite side, very excited and energetic. It's maybe their first online ESL course. So regardless of how they are, make sure that they know that you are happy as a teacher to be there for that class. Be friendly, approachable, and smile. Be conscious of your facial expressions and your tone of voice. I can't stress enough how first impressions really set the tone for the entire class. So you want to be energetic right from the start. Warmly introduce yourself and let the student know what they'll be learning today. Here's an example. Hello, my name is Anne. What's your name? Oh, hello, Elsa. I'm happy to see you today. Today, we will talk about swimming. This is my friend, Jackie. Say, hello, Jackie. Hello, Elsa. Tip number 2. Props, and more props. While props are not required to give your mock class, they're highly encouraged. Finding or even making props not only helps the student's understanding, but it makes the lesson even more interesting and the student engaged. One of my favorite things about teaching is to find things that I know that will grab my students' attention. So what can you use as props? The possibilities are endless. Maybe you have toys around the house because you have children or you just like them, so you can use them. Or you came across online with a video of a dog swimming that relates to the lesson. I sometimes use videos of my cat and the kids love it. Perhaps you're creative and you like to make your own props, so show them. This mock class includes some pictures already, but you might want to add a few more to make it your own. Tip number 3. Keep it interesting. I've already mentioned that using props makes the class more interesting and engaging for the students, but you can also have additional activities which will enhance your mock class. For example, instead of just reading the material with the kids, you can have them act out the animals' motions. Or maybe turn it into a game. Fran's horse can run. Can you run? Very fast. I say hop and we hop. Okay, 1, 2, 3, hop. Woo! Hop. Woo! In addition to that, reward systems create opportunities to have interesting activities. Great sentence! You get a butterfly. Nicely done! Mr. Potato gets some ice! Ta-da! Tip number 4. Be clear by using effective guidance, instructions, feedback, and TPR. Like I mentioned before, you are teaching an ESL student, so make sure to give clear instructions and guidance and avoid the use of unnecessary words. For example, instead of saying, "John, could you read this page starting with the title?" Maybe it's better to say, "John, please read," and then circle what you want them to read. While annotations are not required, they help so much to give clear instructions. It's also important that you provide feedback along with your instruction and guidance. Here are some ways you can do it. When the student is doing well, let them know. You can use verbal praise like, "Good! Nice reading! You said the word kicks very well! Awesome! High five!" If the student mispronounces a word, you must help them to correct that mistake, but of course in a nice way. You could repeat the word with the correct pronunciation and have them repeat after you. Almost! Let's practice. Jump! Avoid drawing negative attention to the student by saying something like, "No, it's not this, it's that." It's also important to encourage student talk time. Modeling is very effective too. If the student is only giving one-word answers, you can encourage them to make simple, complete sentences. Let's say together, "The horse can run." Well said! Perhaps the most useful and effective method of guidance is using TPR. TPR, which means Total Physical Response. TPR is required for your mock class and you're expected to use it throughout the lesson. Some easy and simple ways of using TPR would be to use your finger and point at your ear if you want your student to listen, or point at your mouth if you want them to repeat, and then extend your palm to them. Don't assume that the student knows what you expect from them if it's to read or repeat, but by using these TPR tricks, it will be way more clear for them. TPR also helps to explain what a word is if you model it, like running, hot, cold, hungry. Tip number 5, dig deeper with extension questions. Extension questions are key for many reasons. They help you to take the lesson a step further and assess the child's level. The student's parents don't want you just to read from a script, but they want to see that you're challenging their child to an appropriate level, of course. You can ask questions that relate to the lesson or also to the child's life. For example, in this mock class, we talk about swimming. So you could ask questions like, "What animal is it? Do you like dogs?" "Oh, me too. I have one dog. Do you have a dog? Do you swim?" Yes or no? Where do you swim? Do you swim in the pool or the ocean? Preparing in advance will help you to find level-appropriate extension questions. In this video, we saw 5 tips on how to nail your mock class. Tip number 1, remember you're teaching a child who is an ESL learner. Tip number 2, props, and more props. Tip number 3, keep it interesting. Tip number 4, be clear using effective guidance, instructions, feedback, and TPR. And finally, tip number 5, dig deeper with extension questions. I hope you found these tips useful, and hopefully you can join the team very soon. Happy teaching!